All right. So those who have not yet turned on your cameras, please switch on your cameras, everyone. Manas, Snigdha, Nilargin, Shilpa, Samarth, Milonika, Arin. Okay. So children, let me quickly tell you about the flow of the session. So first of all, you will get to know your mentor. Then you'll see a short informative PPT wherein you can note down whatever you want to related to your course. And then you'll get a virtual tour of the dashboard of Olympiad success, followed by a question answer round, wherein if you have a doubt, you can ask it then and there and get the answer. And then the actual demo will begin, for which you've been waiting. Okay. So I hope the flow of the session is clear to you. Now, let me tell you that we have with us Dr. Ushma ma'am. She is subject matter expert of science. Teaching is her passion. And, you know, she loves to reason out why behind things. Okay. So I believe everyone who has scientific approach will be into this. So she loves to interact with kids like you, and I'm sure you're going to love her sessions. So she's very, very experienced tutor. So now I would not speak much. I would request her to speak to you directly. All over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Monica ma'am, and thank you. It's always been a pleasure. I think this is the third or the fourth consecutive year that I'm being with Olympiad Success, and it's always been a pleasure to be associated with them. More than the admin team, which has been always very supportive. I have loved interacting with the kids. I've never felt that I'm taking an online classes because the kids are so interactive with me. Okay. Monica ma'am, the general thing is even during the demo, I generally unmute my kids because the kids don't have to feel that, you cannot interact with ma'am. You can interact with ma'am anytime. Okay. By profession, I'm a doctor. Okay, because I was very glad when most of them said that human body is one of their favorite topics. Believe me, even it's my favorite topic. Okay, but what is important in science is to understand, like what ma'am said, you should have a scientific, approach towards things. This is the most important thing that I try to inbuilt in most of my kids. So I would love, and that's why I keep you unmuted even during my demo class, so that you can ask me as many questions as possible, but in a very disciplined way. Okay. The important thing during my class is to be attentive, to understand, to reason out and enjoy and have fun during science. Okay. I don't want you people to feel that you are going for a class. You are going to a place where you're going to explore science and understand science beautifully. Okay. Exams are always a part and parcel of our studies, because that's how they assess whether you know things or not. So as a part, because we are a part of the Olympiad success team where we are going to be preparing for Olympiads, therefore we will also keep our goal as doing well in exams. So during class, not only understanding and study of the topic is going to be done, but also exam oriented preparations is going to be done. Okay. The important topics and important questions which are going to come into your Olympiads for a certain topic will also be taken. Okay. So I just hope all of you enjoyed the classes thoroughly, and are going to keep, whether you're going to continue with my class or not, doesn't matter, but keep understanding science as much as you can. Okay. So I will bring my professional, being a doctor in play, as well as I'm a passionate teacher. So I would love interacting with all of you, and you can ask me and clear all your doubts whenever you want to. All right. Thanks, Monica ma'am. I'll not take much of your time now. Let's just go ahead. I think it's been an elaborate introduction.
Thank you so much, Ushma ma'am. Now, kids, allow me to share my screen for the PPT. Just a moment. So I hope the screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
So a very warm welcome to the Demo and Interaction Program for Class 5 Science Batch 3. As you are already aware that Olympiad Success is India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad exams. Olympiad Success Live is India's first exclusive live classes for Olympiad's preparation. School Plus by Olympiad Success is one of its own kind of annual program that includes 8 important courses that really matter at this point of time in your life. And these include mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, both spoken and written, Vedic math, and coding. So here you can get one-on-one online CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB classes for grades 2 to 12. One-on-one preparation classes for international mathematics Olympiads like SASMO, CMO, HKIMO, TIMO, Math Counts, US Common Core Math Competition, Math Kangaroo, and PRMO. So you can meet our international rank holders for the year 2022-23. They are on the screen. And for the year 2021-22, these are all brilliant kids like you. So the classes will actually be group sessions with batch size of around 20 students delivered through Zoom by seasoned tutors. You've already met your mentor, Rushma ma'am. You get 2 sessions per week on Mondays and Fridays. Timing will be 6:30 to 7:45 p.m. with 5 minutes of break in between. So this means 35 minutes of class with 5 minutes of break, and again 35 minutes of class. The sessions would include a mix of theory, practice questions, doubt sessions, and discussion on previous year papers. You get reading material, practice questions, which will be available in the dashboard of Olympiad Success. Now, how to access that? For that, Rajan sir will give you a short virtual tour very shortly. You also get free access to Olympiad Success platform so that you can practice topic-wise mock test for both science, reasoning, as well as logical reasoning. Now, the syllabus is available at this particular link, and fees can be paid by clicking on this particular link. Don't worry, all the important links will be pasted in the chat box again. So the fees for this course is 10,038 rupees, and it is going to be a 45 sessions course. The fee includes online classes, daily reading notes and exercises, practice of previous year papers, and access to Olympiad Success platform for science and logical reasoning. All that you require for these classes, ma'am has already told you, full attention is required, mental presence is required. And apart from that, the physical requirements are that you need a laptop or a desktop with good internet speed, with camera, because we do not allow students without video in the class, and headphones for better audio clarity. Okay. Now, preparation for Olympiad exams is slightly tougher than your regular school curriculum. So you need to spend 2 hours extra every day so that you can cope up with the curriculum. And of course, parental support is required at the back end. So in 2022-23, Olympiad Success had students from more than 3,800 schools across India and abroad, hailing from 35 plus countries. Now, the live classes for this particular batch begins from Friday, 16th of June, 2023. I hope you've noted down all the important information related to your course. Now, I would request Rajan sir to take you through a virtual tour of the dashboard. All over to you, sir.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. And students, whoever doing the annotation on the PPT, don't do that again, or else I'll review from the class. Okay. Let me share my screen. Just wait a second. Okay, I hope mine is visible. So students, this is the website of Olympiad Success. I'm just showing you how you can access the content. What you need to do, you need to click on my account to log in to check the content. So here you need to enter the credentials. So once you enroll with us, we will share the credentials with you. And with that particular credentials, you can log in. Just wait a second. Let me log in with class 5 credentials. Yes. Yeah, so this is the student profile and all the content you will find here in the live classes. Okay. So what you need to select a subject first. So in our case, the subject is Science Olympiad. And after that, you need to choose a topic. Let me choose plants. So for each and every topic, you will have reading material and practice questions here. What you need to do, just click on reading material. Let me show you how it looks like. So this is the reading material for the topic plants. Okay, so for each and every topic, you will find a reading material like this. Other than that, you can also find the practice questions here. Let me show you these questions. So this is the practice questions. These are the practice questions we have. Okay, so these are MCQ based practice questions. You can check answer key also here. Okay, like which option is correct. Other than that, you can also check the schedule here, like session, which topic we are going to cover. Let me show you. Okay. Like in session 1, we are going to cover animals, and in session 2, session 3, session 4, we will go with this particular chapter. And in session 5, we will having a test. So after each and every chapter, there will be a mock test. Okay. And like Monica ma'am shared in her presentation, we will also discuss all previous year Olympiad questions. So at the end of the schedule, you can see we have super classes. So in this super classes, we will discuss all previous year Olympiad questions. Okay, friends? Now, other than that, you will also get the free access to the Olympiad Success Dashboard for mock test, for reasoning, as well as for science. What you need to do, just click on worksheets. And here you can select the correct subject, that is science. So with this course, you can access for science as well as for logical reasoning. Let me show you. So these are the topic wise tests for science. You just need to click on take exam to attempt it. And your performance, you can check here in the performance tab whenever you want. You just need to select the subject first and then just click on detailed result view to check the answers. Okay. So this is all about the dashboard, students. Now, if anyone have any doubt or query, you can post in the chat box. Do anyone have any doubt or query? I think someone wrote here, when the registration of Olympiad exam will start. It's already start, Rihas. You can check the website of particular Olympiad exam you're looking for. It is already started. Do anyone have any other query or doubt? You can write in the chat box. No? Okay. No one have any doubt? Yes, Kyra, you can write if you have a doubt.
So
How many
someone
super
is
class? So
yeah.
yeah, so there will be 5 super classes in the schedule. Yes, Kyra, it will be a demo class, but yeah, before the demo class, we are just giving you the information, what kind of content we are going to provide for the classes and all. After the question answer round, we are going to start with the class only. Do anyone have any other doubt or query?
For other subjects demo, whom I can contact.
Okay, let me share the links again in the chat box. Okay, so there is a WhatsApp number. You can message that particular WhatsApp number and someone from our team will help you regarding that. Just give me, and I'm posting the links in the chat box. Yes, I have posted the links in the chat. So at the top, there is our WhatsApp number. You can message on that and someone from our team will help you regarding that. Any other doubt or query, students? No? Okay, let me ask some questions in the meantime. So can you tell me the days on which you're having the classes? You can type in the chat box. Do anyone remember the days? Monday day. Okay. Any other answer? Yes. No, Ariana, it is not Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We are going to have a class on Monday and Friday only. And what are the class timings? Yeah. 6:30 to 7:45. Is it AM or PM? You need to mention that also. Yes, correct. The class timing going to be 6:30 to 7:45 PM. Correct. Okay, we have one question, sir. Will this batch finish before?
ISO
Yes,
science.
it will. Yes, it will. It will finish. Okay, do anyone have any query or doubt, or like we start with the session? Start. Okay, then I think we can start with the session. So over to you, Ushma ma'am.
All right. Okay. Okay. So like I just said, I'm going to keep all of you unmuted because I will be asking questions to all of you. So Monica ma'am, you can unmute everybody considering that you will maintain a certain discipline during class, okay? Nobody is going to talk out of turn. You people will raise your hands when asked questions, and only people who raise their hands will be allowed to talk during class, okay? Right? I hope my, the kids are going to be very, very cooperative and you will be disciplined in class, okay? Because when you go to your schools and classes, I'm sure you don't mute yourself, right? But you obviously maintain a discipline in class. So I'm expecting the same thing from all of you right now. So Monica ma'am, maybe you can just unmute everybody.
Yeah, I'm doing this, ma'am. So just for 1 second, everyone going to be on mute. Then, ma'am, you can unmute now. Student can unmute them.
Okay, all right. Okay, so as far as I saw everybody writing their favorite topics, most of them came up with you. Hello, Children, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
All right, I just thought I lagged for a second. Okay. As far as I could see, most of you loved, knowing about the solar system and human body. So, considering that kids love the solar system, let me take the universe as a topic today. Is that okay with all of you? I hope you people are going to enjoy that. Okay.
Yes,
Just a minute, children. Just a minute, children. Okay. So let's take up the topic of the universe. Okay. Generally, what I do in my class is I put up a word board. Okay. So what is my word board? I'm going to be asking each one of you the first word that comes to your mind as soon as the word universe comes to you. Okay. Starting with Rishik. Rishik, what comes to your mind as soon as I say a universe?
in my mind, it comes as if a huge planet that contains every.
Okay, just one
in
word.
Yoda.
Okay. He said huge planet. Aryana, just give me one word. Sorry, can't hear you.
Ma'am, the sun.
Sun. Ridan,
Galaxy.
galaxies. Okay. Advina, Advikansh, sorry.
Yes, ma'am. It is Advikansh. Ma'am, I also galaxies.
No, you can't use the same word. So you're out of the game. You come back to the game when I ask everybody. Okay. This is a game that I always play with all my kids in class. Okay. One word directly and don't use a word which somebody else has. Somil. Somil, quickly.
Yes, collection of planet.
Planet. Okay. Again, a planet. Shilpa. Shilpa, quick. Okay. No, she's stuck. Viswadeep. Comets. Very nice. Sanvita.
Ma'am, stars.
Okay. Kaira.
Mysterious.
Sorry.
Mysterious.
I can't hear you. What did you just say?
Mysterious.
Mysterious. Oh, wow. Okay. She feels this is a mystery. Saharsh. Sorry. Saharsh.
Planets.
Planets already up on the board. Somil.
Yeah. Ma'am, asteroids.
Sorry.
Ma'am, asteroids.
Asteroids. Okay. Fine. Karthik.
Ma'am, the whole solar system.
Superb. Okay. The solar system. You know what? Out of all these words that all of you, I found mystery as the most, interesting word. Okay. Why is it a mystery? Let's now come and understand what is a universe. The universe is that whole space which is around you. Children, just give me a minute. I just got to switch off my. Okay. Now this is the whole space which is around you. Okay. That space which all of you, I think Kyra said it's like a mystery. Yes, it is like a mystery because you actually cannot see it clearly, but when you can study it very well, right? So it is a space which is around you, which is studied by, who are the people who study space? They're called as the astronomers. Okay, and what is the science of studying space or universe called as? Astronomy. Okay, and how do you think these astronomers are actually studying space? They use these huge telescopes. I'm sure everybody around you here know what telescopes mean. Okay, right? So Kyra, if you want to solve the mystery, you need to take a telescope and just see around you. Okay, and when you see around you, you see there are two main things that make up the universe. And what is it? One is matter. What is matter? I'm sure you people have studied that in your earlier classes. What is matter? Anything that has weight and occupies no word. Okay, space.
Space.
Very good. Okay, so this is what is matter. And along with matter, the other thing which is there in the universe is energy. You get your energy from the sun, don't you? You get the heat, you get the light. Okay, besides this, there are a lot of other energy which is beyond the scope of your class right now. So we'll not be studying the energies which are there in the space right now. Okay, we will just study what are the things that you can actually study and see in space or in the universe. Okay, so first let's understand. You people know how universe was started? If you people know, raise your hands. Raise your hands in the chat. I can only see, okay, Rihas, come on, tell me. How do you think universe started? You know
The
what
Big
was
Bang.
it?
What
Yeah.
the Big Bang?
Oh, the Big Bang. You know what's the Big Bang? Rihans, tell me what's the Big Bang?
It was a huge explosion.
It was a huge explosion. So actually, this is what is said about, universe is never going to die or was never born. What had happened is it was like a small, a unit of mass and energy, which over a period of time just kept expanding. And actually, universe even today is still expanding to a point that it exploded. Okay. So what happens in the universe is like, I'm sure all of you know that there is a life cycle, right? We are born, we grow, we grow, we grow old, and then we die, right? And when we die, again, we are reborn as something else. So that is also what is true with the universe, okay? So universe was born as one, it was like a really small part, which kept expanding, exploded. And now we are in a phase where we are still expanding. We will keep expanding, and at a time, even this whole universe, okay, it could be trillion, zillion of years, after which it is also going to die out, turn into a small particle, which will again start expanding and will again die out. Okay, so the universe also has a certain life cycle, but this life cycle is for zillion of years. Okay, it would be like your 4th, 5th, 8th, 10th, God knows which generation of yours, which is going to see this whole universe. Okay. So universe started with the Big Bang. What happened with the Big Bang? When it exploded, there was a lot of gas, lots of minerals, or rather chemicals that were exploded, and a lot of energy which was released into the space. Okay. Now, this gas formed small clouds. You know what the clouds were called? The clouds of gases. Anybody here can tell me what am I hinting at? Yes, Rehan. Yes, Rehan. What am I talking about? Do you know where am I hinting to? I can't hear you, beta. Okay.
So these clouds are called nebula.
Oh, wow. Wow, I have all scientists in my class. I think in my classes, what I will do is I will stop talking and all of you only take classes. Hai na? Such smart kids. Okay. So the nebula. What happened to the nebula? They came closer and closer and closer and ultimately formed a star. Okay. Why was it a star? Because this is something that I'll be taking in class in detail for you, because this is a demo class. I'm not going to go into a detail because stars also have a certain life cycle, which I'll not be taking during the demo class. I'm just going to tell you what happens. Yes, Aaron, you know it?
Yes, ma'am. Somehow, when two of these space clouds they mash into each other, they form a huge explosion which sucks in many things, and they suddenly it turns into a bright star.
Okay, the nebulas come close to each other and the gases within them undergo a certain reaction, okay, because of which there is a lot of light and heat that is produced, okay. And stars also undergo a life cycle. They are born, they grow, and they die. Okay, I will not be doing the life cycle of star right now. I'm sure all of you would be interested to know what a black hole is, what a white dwarf is. That we will be doing in class, not in the demo class right now. Okay, so that's how the stars are formed. Now, there is a grandfather in your house, right? And your grandfather is the main person in your house, okay, and he has a lot of force in the house, okay. Just like that, the star also has a lot of gravitational force, so it starts asking lots of other celestial bodies to come close to it. And all these, now everything which is seen in the space or in the universe is called celestial. They are called celestial because they are, you know, something very royal and heavenly. That's why it's called heavenly bodies. Okay, all these celestial bodies. Now, which celestial body am I talking about, Sanvita?
Heavenly bodies.
Sorry, which celestial body am I talking about when I talk about something which is going around the stars? What are they?
Around the stars,
What goes around the stars?
planets.
Exactly. Wow. Okay. Yes. So the next important celestial body which is there in the universe is the planet. Okay. So this was your grandfather. This was your father. And even your father has somebody which is going around it. And what do you think this is I'm talking about, Samil?
Yes, ma'am.
What is this thing?
Ma'am, orbit.
No, bacha. Yes. An orbit, right? It's the orbit around what? What is this that's going around?
Ma'am, moon.
Moon. So what is another word for moon?
Ma'am, a comet or a satellite.
No, bacha. A comet does not go around the
Huh?
planet. A comet
Satellite.
goes around the star. Right. Okay. So the other important celestial body that we will be studying when we study the universe is a satellite. Okay. So we'll be studying what a star is. We'll be studying what a planet is. We'll be studying what a satellite is. Okay. Now, the main okay, thing about this whole family, which is the family that we belong to, Ariana? What is this family that we're talking about? What is this that we're talking about? This is our
Solar system.
family, and our family's name is a solar system. Do you know what is the name of our star?
The sun, ma'am.
Yes, the sun is, it's like, who just said sun?
Ma'am.
Ayana said sun. Ayana, do you have a nickname at home? Ariana, do you have a nickname at home?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your nickname?
Arya.
Arya. Okay. So sun is Arya. You know what is the actual name of the sun? It's the soul. And that's why it's called as the solar system. Okay, this is Aryana and this is Arya. You people understand? Sun is just the nickname given. Okay, whereas the actual name of the sun, which is a star, is a soul. And that's why our family is the solar system. Okay, just like that, we are the earth. Aaron, tell me, what is a satellite which is going around the earth?
Satellites that are going around the earth are moons.
our moon. Do you have a nickname?
Yes, ma'am.
What's that?
Ma'am, it's Bunny.
Bunny. Oh, wow. So moon is bunny. Do you know what is the name of Aryan? Aryan is Luna. Okay, that's why it's called as the lunar eclipse or the solar eclipse. Luna is the actual name of the satellite which is going around the earth. Moon is just its nickname, like Bunny and Arya. You get it? Sun and moon are Bunny and Arya, whereas Sol and Luna is Aryana and Aaron. You get it? You understand this? Okay. Now, and we will be doing the solar system in detail. I'll just brief you up. We know that we are 8 planets. Okay, each planet, and there are 4 planets that are inside. It's called as the inner or the terrestrial planets because they're made up of rocks, whereas the latter half, okay, which and how are they divided? It's like we have the main sun out here. Okay, after that, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and between them is a huge, big, thick belt of dash.
Asteroid.
Very good. Of asteroids. And after those asteroids, on the other hand, here I'm going to be drawing it here. This is beyond the asteroids, okay? So this is where the asteroid belt is. Here you have the biggest planet, which is the
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
very good. After that is the planet with rings.
Saturn.
Very good. Then is one planet which is rolling,
Uranus.
Uranus. And then the last planet, I don't have space here, but then let me just draw it. Where do I draw it? Okay, somewhere outside here, and that's the Neptune. So these 4 planets were all planets that failed to become stars, but were still made of gases. Therefore, they are called as the gas giants. And these 4 planets, which are there inside, are all made of rocks, and they are called as the terrestrial or rocky planets. Okay. Besides Mercury, Venus, all the other planets have their own moons. Okay, we will be doing it in detail when we are going to be taking up the class. Okay, today is just like the trailer of universe. Okay, we will watch the movie when you people join classes. Okay, right? This is just the trailer of everything. Fine. So this is how the solar system goes. Along with, so what are the members of your family? Which is your family? Your family is the solar system. So what are the celestial bodies that you see in the solar system? The main star, which is the Sol. It's 8 planets with their satellites. But along with that, in your house also you have cousins and relatives, right? So in the same way, there are asteroids, dwarf planets, sorry. Okay, then you have the meteors, the meteorites and the meteoroids, and comets, which also belong to the family of the solar system. So in class, we will be learning all of this in detail. All right. Okay. So now what else do we need to understand? Just like, do you think, whom do I go to today right now? Manasa. Manasa, Shilpa, Karthik, Minonika, could you all please switch on your videos?
Hi, ma'am. This is
I would
Mansa.
want all of you to please switch on your videos.
Yes, my son is in school, so I'm just attending the demo
Also,
class.
it's like the mother attending the session.
Yeah, he will.
Okay. So
not
will the
be
mother answer this?
able-
All right. Sorry, that was a joke. Okay. Nila. Anybody else? Anybody? Rihas? Rihas, could you please switch on your video? Okay. Rihas, just tell me, just like you understood about the solar system, are there more such families of stars in the universe? Do you think there are more families, or we are the only one who rule the universe?
There are more.
There are more, you sure? So you're sure that there are more groups of such stars which are seen in the universe? Yes, Vedanti, can you think and tell me what is the name of such groups of stars called as? What are they called?
Galaxies.
Galaxies. Okay. So such group of stars with their own families, with the family of their planets, with satellites and the other celestial bodies are called galaxies. Now, anybody here, you could raise your hand. I'm going to write two names, okay? Think and tell me, what do you think is the difference? Raise your hands if you know it. What is the difference between a galaxy and a constellation? Rihas.
What galaxies have suns, stars, and planets, dwarf planets, asteroids, etc. But
Okay.
the constellations have only the stars.
Is it? Okay, let me just go to everyone who have raised your hand. Aaron?
Mom, galaxies consist of every state of matter like dwarf planets, sun, stars, etc. While constellations only consists of stars.
So that's what Rihas said. Okay, let me just go to Kaira.
Ma'am, so galaxies are basically like they're groups of families like the solar system, but constellations are like, yeah, only stars.
Do you think stars? Do you think your grandfather is going to live on his own without anybody else? I'm giving this as a a small hint to all of you. Let's see if you can think. Advikansh.
Yes, ma'am. Galaxies are massive groups of planets, stars, dust, gas giants, terrestrial planets, rocky planets, and constellations are patterns of stars.
Bang on. Okay. So I am going to stop here because I got the answer that I was looking for. Thank you, Ridan, Somil. I'm sure Rishik, I'm sure all of you know it. Okay. Whether it's a galaxy or a constellation, both of them are groups of stars. And believe me, your grandfather can't stay on his own. It can't be that one star is just a constellation and groups of stars become galaxies. All stars have their families along with them. They all have their own systems along with them. But what's the difference? Okay. This is what is a galaxy. Okay. It's a group of stars, right? Now I will come to types of galaxies later, but then it was like Advikansh was like jobless. He was sleeping in the night. He looked at the sky and he just was playing games. Okay. So suddenly what did he do? He started joining these stars. Okay. He joined these stars and he said, oh, wow, it seems to be like maybe a small hut, okay, with a garden around it. Or maybe he made a bear, or maybe he made a hunter, or maybe he made a dragon you people play, what is it called? Not those dots. What is that? You join those dots and you make squares and all that. No, there's a game that you play.
Connect the dots.
Okay, joining the dots, right? Okay. So in the ancient time, the astronomers, when they were, studying the sky or stargazing at night, they just saw these stars and made patterns in them. Okay, they are not different from, the groups of stars which you otherwise see in galaxies. They are the same, but they made certain patterns which made them easy. So it's like Advikansh, when he had to talk to Aryan, he just said, oh, just look at that point where you can, look at the bear. And at that corner of the tail of the bear, you can maybe see the North Star. So it was easy for astronomers to study certain stars because of their certain pattern. This is the only difference between galaxy and constellations. Otherwise, galaxies and constellations are both groups of stars. Both of them have gases, both of them have planets, both of them have satellites, comets, asteroids, everything. But only that the constellations were given a certain pattern, which was seen in the night sky, which made it easier for astronomers to study the sky. You get the difference, all of you? Okay. I will just give me a minute. Rihas and Rishik, do you people have doubts or do you want to say something? Rishik, you can tell me.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes,
Ma'am, are constellations part of the galaxy or are they galaxies themselves but patterns of the
they
galaxy?
are patterns in the they are patterns itself. They are galaxies itself, but when given a pattern. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's like I'll just show it to you. Just give me 1 minute. One second. I'll just show you an image. Can you see this? These are also groups of stars, aren't they? Okay, these are all the concepts. Can you all see the sky? I'm sorry, the image here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
See,
ma'am.
this is also a constellation, right? Constellations are patterns in the sky. They are also groups of stars, okay? But galaxies are very big. Now, in this constellation, like you can see Sagittarian, how many stars are there? So one thing what Shreya said was right, that galaxies are huge groups of stars, whereas constellations are smaller groups of stars, okay? Like you can see Sagittarius has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just 9 stars. Okay, so they are very, very small groups of stars, whereas I'll show you a picture of a galaxy. Now, galaxies also have certain shapes in the sky, okay? Now, you can see this. Galaxies are very, very big groups of stars. Now, if you can see this, and if I enlarge each one of them, you can see there are millions and trillions of stars in a galaxy. Okay, so galaxy is a huge group of stars, whereas constellations is a smaller group of stars. Rishik, did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it is like whenever you have to differentiate between a galaxy and a constellation, don't say that galaxies have, dust and planets and satellites, whereas constellations are just stars. That's not the difference. Galaxies are bigger groups of stars, huge, millions of stars together, whereas constellations are smaller groups of stars, which can make a pattern in the sky. Okay, do you all get the difference? Now, looking at, so now these are the different galaxies. These were studied through telescopes. Okay, now galaxies are basically classified on their shapes. You can see some galaxies are absolutely circular, so they could be circular galaxies, or you can see this looks ovoid. This is what is an elliptical galaxy. So galaxies are classified on basis of their shape. Now here you can see this looks like your firecracker, your chakra that you maybe burn during your Diwali. That's why it's called as a spiral galaxy. And there's a special galaxy which is called as your barred spiral. Now this is spiral. Barred spiral is something where it has just 2 arms, something like this. So it's like one end here and an other end on this side. There are just 2 ends. Whereas here you can see spiral. It has, one here, one here, one here. It's like there are ends. Okay, so this is what is called as a barred spiral galaxy. Can somebody tell me what is the name of the galaxy that we belong to?
Milky Way galaxy.
Whoa, whoa, wow, very good. Yeah, so I have all astronomers in my class. Super. Okay,
Ma'am,
so we
Andromeda galaxy.
Andromeda is not our galaxy. Andromeda is a neighbor.
Ma'am,
ठीक
but
है?
it is going to collide.
After millions of years. Okay. Now, when you talk about universe, they are all these, the timelines are generally in light years. So there are like millions of years after which a certain thing. You know that even our sun is going to eat up the Mercury, Venus, and Earth. After millions of years, there is going to be no Earth at all. The sun is going to eat up everything, and we'll be lost. Okay, but it's not going to happen tomorrow. So Ridant, you're going to be, alive tomorrow. This is going to happen after millions of years. Okay, so the sun is also expanding. The sun will expand so much that it's going to, engulf even it. So it's going to turn into a red giant. So this is the life cycle of the star. So it's like going to expand so much that it's going to take up the moon. I'm sorry, the Mercury, the Venus, and the Earth together. Okay, so we belong to the Milky Way, and the Hindi name. And see, this is your Olympiad pointer, which is generally asked. They generally don't ask you Milky Way. They ask you this word, Akash Ganga. Akash Ganga is nothing but the Hindi name of Milky Way. So we belong to the Milky Way. And other important Olympiad question, what kind of galaxy is the Milky Way? We are a barred spiral galaxy. Okay, so this is about galaxies. Rihas, you have a doubt? Rihas, you have a doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, are there in this picture there were 36 galaxies? Are there only 36 galaxies?
No. There are many more. These are just a few pictures that the Hubble telescope has clicked. Okay. Okay, we are not a class, but I generally give you homework. But nevertheless, just find out which is the latest telescope which has been invented and launched into the space. Okay,
Ma'am,
that's another. Yes, somebody knows it.
Ma'am, James Webb telescope.
James Webb, very good. Yes, that's the James Webb telescope. Okay, right. It's like a cold telescope. I'll not go into the details of that. Okay, so this is all about the galaxies. And other important from the exam point of view is you will be asked, they just draw. This is like their favorite question. This is the Orion constellation. The Orion constellation looks like a hunter. You can see this. It looks like a hunter. So in your exams, especially in your NSOs, they ask you about the Ursa Major, the Ursa Minor, and this. You can see it looks like a hunter. So they will give you this picture and they will ask you to identify what is this constellation. You also need to know the names of the other important constellations, which is the Ursa Major and Ursa Minor. I'll just try to show you a picture on that. See, this is the Orion. This is the Hello, student, can you hear me? I think something went wrong with my internet. Can you hear me, children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Ma'am, your
Just had a
voice is
technical glitch. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. So this is all about the constellation and the galaxies, and you need to know the pictures of them. All right. Any doubts still here?
Yes.
No? Okay. The other important, somebody has a doubt? No doubts at all? Either you've not understood anything or you've understood everything. Either could be only two reasons why there are no doubts. So I am hoping for the second thing, that you've understood everything. Okay, right. Okay, there's somebody who wants to ask me, what is a dwarf planet? Okay, what are dwarf planets? All right. Okay, in 2006, okay, till 2006, when we were children or when we were kids, we had always studied Pluto, also has one of the 9th planet of the solar system. But in 2006, International Union of Astronomy decided to remove Pluto as a dwarf planet, because they decided that those planets that do not have a right amount of mass, they're much smaller than the rest of the planets, and therefore do not have enough amount of gravitational force. And the second thing is, I'll show it. In our solar system, we have each of our planet has a certain orbit, okay? And the orbit of Mercury and Venus will not collide into each other, right? Or Earth and Venus will not collide into each other. But when it came to Pluto and Neptune, Pluto's orbit was crossing over Neptune's orbit. Okay? Therefore, the Union decided to remove Pluto from the category of planets. So all those planets who don't have a huge mass to be called a planet, do not have enough of gravitational force, or their orbit cracks into the other thing, but is overlapping the orbit of another planet, are now called as dwarf planets. Okay. They are larger than asteroids, but smaller than planets. Okay, I hope the doubt is clear. There are many such dwarf planets, of which Pluto, Ceres, Haumea, Makemake, and many more, okay, are a part of. And just like we have the asteroid belt, which is between Mars and Jupiter, we have a huge belt of asteroids. Asteroids are nothing but huge remnants of the planets or huge chunks of rocks. It is within the asteroid belt, as well as after Neptune, there is an other belt. Anybody who knows the name of that?
Ma'am, Cuvier belt.
The Cupier's belt. Okay, but in this belt, because it's a very, very cold belt, there are lots of chunks of ice here. Okay, it's very rare that you see big chunks of rocks here. There are more chunks of ice that you see here. And it is in this belt that comets are seen. What are comets now? Comets are heavenly bodies which are also going around the sun. But the difference is, it goes via all the orbits of the planet. It is, so it's like if this is the sun, these are the planets. Okay, the comet is going to move like this. And the comet, because it starts from the Cupier's belt, has a lot of ice, dust, and gases in it. So when it is coming close to the sun, the size of the main core of the comet becomes smaller. But what happens is, it starts developing a big, long tail. And the tail becomes bigger and bigger as it comes close to the sun, and becomes smaller as it goes away from the sun. Okay, it's almost lost here. Okay, so this is important about the comet, that it, because and it's emitting so much of gas, it is also very bright. So it looked like a very bright thing in the sky, but this is not the shooting star. Shooting stars are nothing but meteors that are coming into the atmosphere of the earth and burning out. Okay, yes, Rishik.
Ma'am, does Mars have a more does Mars have more reasons of crashing into another asteroid or
Mars, yes, it has. And the actual thing is Mars, if you know, has a lot of dents, okay, on it, because there are lots of asteroids that come and crash into it. And it does not have a very thick atmosphere. So I mean, the meteors don't even get burnt out. The lucky part about Earth is Earth has a very nice thick atmosphere. So as soon as somebody is entering, okay, like somebody is trying to invade into Rishwik's house, you have a good, nice wall, which does not, I mean, somebody is playing cricket outside. Do all the balls come and hit you? They don't, because you have a wall. So the Earth also has this thick atmosphere. So it does not allow all the meteors to come and crash on it. So they are burnt off before they come. Okay. Right? All right. Rihas?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, beta.
If the orbits of Neptune and Pluto cross each other, then they bang each other also.
Yes, so it can be possible, but the good part is, at least till now, though the orbits are here, they have the Neptune and Pluto. There is a possibility that Neptune and Pluto can crash into each other. So it's like when Neptune is coming, when Pluto is coming, they can crash. But their revolutionary rate and their rotatory rate is very, very different. So till now, it has not been possible. So it's like Neptune is moved here and Pluto has come here. So they have missed each other. They have not crashed, but can be possible that Neptune and Pluto can crash into each other. Very much possible. But it's not happened till now. The same thing can happen to comets. Comets can also come and crash into the planet. Okay? One. Okay? Right. Ridant?
Ma'am, I want to say something that means like it will burn into the Earth atmosphere, the comets, means asteroids, or it will get pulled by the gravitational pull
I'll tell
of
you
the
what
Jupiter.
happens. Now, this is the Earth. Okay? Now, Earth luckily has a nice thick atmosphere. Now, there are parts of the atmosphere. I don't have time to teach you that right now, but I can just tell you that. Okay?
Ma'am, I know.
Oh, wow. Great. Okay. Yes, Ridant, quickly tell me. Quickly tell me if you know the layers of the atmosphere, Bicha.
First is this one.
Which one? It's called as a troposphere. You know what is the easiest way I teach my kids? Okay. What do you wear on your head? In Hindi.
Cap.
In Hindi.
Topi.
Topi. So, topi ko bana do tropo. Okay. So what is right there on your head? Now keep your 5 fingers. This is how you will learn the layers of the atmosphere. Keep 5 fingers. Okay. What do you wear on your head? Your topi. Okay. So what is the first layer of the atmosphere? The troposphere. Okay. When you want to run away somewhere, what is the word that you say? I want to escape or I want to exit. Okay. So first, sar pe hua topi. So that's the troposphere. When you want to run out, this is your exosphere. Okay. So this is gone. Exosphere is gone. Troposphere is gone.
Ma'am, I know one.
One minute, Ridant. 1 minute. Okay. What comes in the middle? Okay. Because it is in the middle, it is the meso. Okay. So if I draw it, we did the topi, that is the tropo. Sabse upar, or the last thing, is your exo. Between these two is your middle. So it's the meso. Okay. Now remember S and T. Okay, put an S here. So this becomes strato and this becomes thermo. Easy. 5 layers.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can repeat it with me. Tropo, strato, meso, thermo, exo. Okay.
Ma'am, there is also one layer.
Ionosphere.
Yeah.
Yes. Ridant, you want to become an astronomer when you grow up?
Yes, I will.
Very good.
I'm
Okay,
going to create a rocket company.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Super. Okay. So how do you remember the 5 layers of the atmosphere? Sarpe hua topi. So that's the strato. You want to run, so it's
Exo.
the exo. Exo and tropo ke beech mein aata hai meso. And put an
Meso.
S here and a T here. A strato and a
And
thermo.
thermo.
The 5 layers of the Earth's atmosphere. Is this clear to everybody? Is this easy for
Yes.
you people to remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Vedant, quiet
Yes,
now. Okay.
ma'am.
So what happens is, okay, we are safely right now sitting on the earth and listening to classes, but you never know, there is a huge asteroid that is going to come and hit us. Okay. So as soon as this asteroid, now when it is outside the atmosphere, it's called, sorry, it's called as the asteroid. But as soon as it has entered the layers of maybe Karthik's house, I will start calling it a meteoroid. Okay. So meteoroid has just entered our atmosphere. There is a meteorite that's entered. But as soon as it comes into the mesosphere, it's coming with great speed. Okay. Now, the mesosphere is now going to burn it up. And when they start falling as smaller pieces, they are called as meteors. Most of the meteors die out. Okay. Most of the meteors are burnt and turned into, absolute ashes and dust when they are coming into the mesosphere. They burn out. Okay. But Kyra is very smart. Okay. She's like, try burning me out as much as you want to, but I am going to run away. Okay. So she is going to run really fast, turn into a really small piece and fall onto the earth. She's like, do what you want to. I'm not going to burn out. And she'll come and land herself onto the earth and cause a great crash. So those meteors that have escaped the burning of the mesosphere and have landed onto the earth are called as a meteorite. So understand the three difference. A meteoroid is a huge asteroid entering into the earth's atmosphere. As soon as it's entered and it's trying to burn out, it's the meteor. But those like Kyra who have escaped it, fallen onto the earth and caused a huge dent on the earth is a meteorite. Understood the difference? Yep. Okay. All right. Do you want me to continue or shall I end the demo and take, your doubts? Is anybody else who wants to take doubts? Who have doubts? I can take quickly the doubts if anybody has any. Okay. Yes, Advikansh.
Ma'am, I am kind of interested in rockets. So, ma'am, can you tell me which layer of the atmosphere is best for stabilizing the orbits of
After it crosses, so stabilizing the orbits of the rockets are after the thermosphere. Beyond the exosphere, the rockets are going to, it's like, it crosses it. There's a point of, so it's basically like the earth has the atmosphere. Why is it the atmosphere and why is it called the exosphere? Because beyond the exosphere, the earth cannot exert its gravitational force. Okay. Now, beyond the exosphere, there is a point, not beyond, but just before the exosphere, somewhere in the between the thermosphere and the mesosphere, the gravity starts going down. And it's absolute zero gravity at the exosphere. The point, there is a line, okay? This is an imaginary line. There is no line like that, but an imaginary line where gravity becomes zero. So whatever you try, you will escape into the universe, okay? So all the rockets are trying to go into the point of zero gravity so that they can escape out of the earth and go, and continue with the space exploration. So this point is what is called as the Kármán's line, beyond which nothing can pull you back. Okay. But if this is, if you're talking about stabilizing, Advikansh, I don't know whether you're talking about satellites that are going around the earth. If you're talking about satellites that are going around the earth, that is in the layer of the meso and the thermosphere. Okay. Most of the artificial satellites are there in the thermosphere. I'm not sure whether you people know it. This is the International Space Station. It's the ISS, sorry. ISI is a terrorist organization, sorry. The ISS, okay. This is the International Space Station, which is there in the mesosphere. It is here where the gravitational force is as good as minimum. It's not zero. It's not escaped out of the earth, but it's very, very small. And this is where most of the space explorer. Now, people who are here who are enjoying space and really want to do research to space, there is this ISS in which, astronauts go, stay there for years and, experiment, do a lot of space exploration. Have you heard about, spacewalk? So it's like there is one cord with which they, the astronomers are, sent into space and they can fly freely into the space. Okay, so that is done when they go into ISS. Yeah. Yes, Advikansh? Doubt cleared?
Yes, ma'am, that's clear.
All right, Aaron.
Ma'am, in which layer of the earth is the earth? In which layer of the earth atmosphere is the moon?
The moon is not there in the atmosphere at all, beta. It's much beyond it. It's far away. It's not in the atmosphere. Artificial
Okay.
satellites, like, the way we are talking to each other. How are we talking? Aaron, where do you belong to?
Hmm?
Where do you
Pune.
stay? Sorry?
Pune.
Pune. Okay. So I am at Mumbai here. Aaron is at Pune here. How do you think we are talking? Because there is a satellite. It is a very bad drawing. I have sent one signal to the satellite. The satellite reflects back and gives it to, Aaron at Pune. Okay. And where are all these satellites? This is in the thermosphere. Okay. So these artificial satellites are there in the atmosphere. Our natural satellite is much beyond, okay, the atmospheric range. All right. Okay. So I think with this, we end with the demo class. I hope you people have enjoyed it.
Ma'am, the first satellite was Aryabhatta.
Oh, wow. Great. Right.
It was India's, but the actually first international satellite was Sputnik 1
Yes. Right.
by Russia.
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So with this, I hope all of you have enjoyed it. Just put it onto chat and tell me whether all of you have enjoyed the demo class. Rihas, yes, I take the last question before I end. I hope you all have enjoyed our first class of the universe. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes,
in
Rihas.
which layer the ozone layer? In which layer the
Stratosphere.
ozone layer is?
Stratosphere. Okay. All right. See you. And I hope to see you soon. And have a great thing. Oh, great. Thank you. Right. See ya, Picha.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.